First of all, good afternoon. Thank you, each and every person, for coming. I love to look out in this crowd and see the age, see the races, see the different sexes. It's beautiful. Be proud of yourself. What we're standing up for right now, this is a moment in history. From here forward, we hope to achieve change. So I thank you guys.
Right.
I just want to say, you know, I was at work before this, and I opened up the mail today, and in the mail, I got a letter that somebody wrote. Obviously, it was anonymous, unfortunately, but the letter was basically saying how the protest that we had in Milton was so insignificant, and it was also so pointless, and amongst other things. And the author of the letter proceeded to say how that my business, you know, they said, well, we send a lot of people your way, your business, so, you know, you make the choice. Basically saying, if I want to speak up for injustice, that I'm going to lose business. First of all, I don't want that type of business. And first and most foremost, I'm a barber by trade, but I'm in the business of humanity. First and foremost. I'm in the business of humanity. When I see something going wrong, I speak up. If not, then I can't really complain. If I choose not to voice myself and my opinions when I feel as though something is wrong, then I can't voice them when it's time to complain. I just can't do that. That's just my beliefs. And that means holding myself accountable and holding everybody else around me accountable also. And that's something that all these gentlemen right here, we do. We speak on a normal basis. And thank you. And we just have agreed to hold each other accountable when things like this happen, because we like to hold the law enforcement accountable. We like to hold, the traffic police, whoever it might be. We like to hold them accountable and complain about stuff that they do. But yet, when our homie's doing something wrong, we look the other way, when it should be the complete opposite. You know, we have to hold each other accountable, and then better things start to happen.
Talk about it.
You know, and with that comes a little bit of discomfort, you know, because nobody likes being told, you know, pulled to the side and being told, look, you're doing something wrong. You should be doing this a little differently, or something of that matter, you know. So I encourage you guys to keep speaking. I tell them all the time how proud of them that I am. I'm extremely proud, because when I was their age, I wouldn't have been able to do this peacefully. I would have ended up in the penitentiary, you know. And to see that they have the composure to keep peaceful is beautiful. So I just want to continue to thank you guys. Listen, we all know the situations that go on are completely wrong. You know, different situations. And it took me just until recently, to about 3 years ago, my whole life growing up the way that I did and being involved in the type of activities I was involved with, I looked at white men a different way. I looked at all of them as if they were the police officers that arrested me. I looked at all of them as if they were the police officers that lied on me, that set me up and beat me up. And then when I went to prison, I looked at all of them like they was the same corrections officers that did me wrong. And it took me having a couple different white friends, and I started to realize that I was looking at things completely the wrong way. That I was judging I was judging all based on the actions of a few. And it's so important that we do not do that. You know, like I said, just until 3 years ago, it's so important that we do not judge everybody by the actions of few. You know, all of us know good people and we know bad people. We have to celebrate those good people and once again hold those bad people accountable. For the people that say that we're wasting our time, that there's not an issue here, you know, the crowd tends to disagree. For those that say that we're not being heard, the crowd tends to disagree. You know. And the biggest thing we can do is live our lives the right way. Don't give them a reason. And by them, I mean the people that see nothing wrong with injustice, no matter who it's against, no matter if it's against black, white, Spanish, you know, no matter who's it against. When I see something going on that's wrong, and in my heart it tells me it's wrong, and it goes against the morals and the standards that I have to speak out about it. I have to hold, you know, everybody to the same level, especially when it comes to law enforcement. They're supposed to be held to a higher standard. Unfortunately, sometimes that's not always the case. You know, that's not always the case. So we have to hold them accountable. You know, and the same way, like the same way I said at the beginning is not only do we have to hold them accountable, we have to hold ourselves accountable. So don't pick and choose when it comes to holding people accountable. Stand firm on your ground. For those of you that complain and say there's no black police officers in Milton and Lewisburg and Mifflinburg and Sunbury, go be that first black police officer in Milton, Sunbury, and Lewisburg. So there's a quote that I always think of, and it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So let's go far, y'all.